Police in one eastern Kentucky county are searching for a man they believe tried to take a boy from a bus stop. Dozens of protesters gathered outside a southern Kentucky school yesterday to voice their concerns about the future of a popular program. And some California teachers are on strike this morning for the first time in more than 3 decades.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 5:31 on Friday, April the 12th. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning. Yesterday was a warm one. Today we should see temperatures return back to where they should. But we pay Brandon the big bucks, so he'll break it down better for you this morning. Brandon, good morning.
Good morning, Will, and happy Friday to you and everyone watching out there this morning. Again, we're expecting some rain today, and hopefully it'll stay scattered, but we're watching some of that out to the west. Let's take a look here, live pinpoint Doppler radar. You see a little bit of a scattered line of showers and storms just past Lake Cumberland, and then a larger line back out to the west. Cold front rolling through, so some cooler temperatures all around us, but still in the 70s for the most part here this morning. Slowly starting to drop into some upper 60s. Iced coffee type of day. Almanac for today. We tied the record yesterday. We won't even get close today. 74 the forecast high. The record of 83 set back on this day in 2014. The rest of the forecast is on the way here in just a few minutes. Will?
All right, now it's looking a little bit better, Brandon. Thank you. Police in Powell County are looking for a man that allegedly tried to take a child from his bus stop yesterday morning. The 8-year-old boy says a man in a white van pulled up to his bus stop and asked him to get inside. The boy ran back to his home. His aunt tells us she tried to confront the man. She says he claimed it was all a misunderstanding and was just trying to give the boy a ride. The aunt would not go on camera, but said she tells us she's thankful her nephew knew better.
In this community, you don't mind just let your kids go on the bus at the driveway and you don't worry about them. But I'll rethink that now.
She describes the man's van as an older model with two-tone black and silver paint. It also has a scratch along the passenger side. If you have any information, if you think you have seen that van, you are asked to call Stanton Police. Well, we now know when a man indicted for murder in Floyd County will appear in court. Wesley Martin's arraignment in circuit court is scheduled for April 16th. Police say he killed Jordan Tackett in February and then buried his body in his backyard. Investigators found Tackett's remains last week and arrested Martin. The grand jury indicted him Wednesday. It appears a former Hazard doctor and his wife will stay in prison. Ace Cheney was convicted on more than 150 charges that included improper prescribing and billing Medicare and Medicaid for unnecessary tests between March 2006 and October of 2014. Cheney's wife Lisa was convicted with him. The two operated Ace Clinic of Medicine. Both were sentenced to several years in prison in 2017. They appealed based on 4 issues, including sufficiency of evidence and jury misconduct. The 6th U.S. Court of Appeals affirmed the district court's judgment on everything yesterday. Well, Corbin police need your help finding 2 people they say vandalized a walking bridge. Here is the photo police released. They say it happened on April 6th along Engineer Street. If you have information, you're asked to call 606-215-6239. Students protesting against school officials. That is what's happening in Whitley County as students in the Future Farmers of America program, or FFA, fear what the program could become. WYMT's Justin Case went to Whitley County as a crowd of about 100 people gathered together outside a school board meeting.
In downtown Williamsburg Thursday, the color blue flooded the streets. These protesters fear the FFA program at Whitley County High School will be cut in half once one of its instructors retires. That teacher says he gave the school ample notice.
Last year in July, I told them I was retiring then, and they told me when I did that they was going to put industrial maintenance in, they wasn't going to fill my position. So I stayed another year trying to get them to change their mind.
FFA doesn't just teach kids to become farmers. It's environmental science, math, hands-on skills, and other valuable tools. One girl here says her experiences in the program are pushing her to become an FFA teacher.
My teachers have impacted me in so many ways. They've changed who I am as a person. They've opened me up. They've helped me come out of my shell. They've taught me so many different things. I hope that maybe one day I can do even a little part of what they've done for me.
The superintendent says FFA is not going away at all. He says the job opening up after the current FFA teacher leaves will be filled by an instructor who will open up a new vocational option for students, industrial maintenance.
What industry is coming here? What industry is already here? It is in production and manufacturing type jobs, the plant jobs. And we want our kids to be trained up in those skills so that they can have these jobs that come with health insurance and a 401k option.
Protesters here say they are not satisfied with that answer. They fear what the program will become with only one agriculture teacher in the program.
The program might still be there, but it will be at a very fraction of what it is now, which is a state and nationally strong FFA program.
One side pushing for more student options, the other fighting for what they're passionate about.
Now, the superintendent says the two different vocational tracks of FFA will be combined into one, and the only program that will be lost will be horticulture. He says even with one instructor, all the students signed up will be able to participate in the program. Teachers in Sacramento went on strike yesterday for the first time in 30 years. They accused the school district of backtracking on promises of better pay and smaller classes. In the past year, more than 400,000 teachers in 9 states have gone on strike, affecting more than 5 million children. Teachers we talked to say this is solely about the students.
The problems we're having in Sacramento City Unified are not unique to Sacramento. I think we have to look at how we're investing as a state, how we're investing as a country.
Officials say the strike will grow in size if their demands are ignored. Several Martin County emergency crews educated kids about the dangers of impaired driving this week. Jobs for America's Graduates prepared Sheldon Clark High School students for their upcoming prom night with a mock disaster. We were there for the fake outcome of a night of fun that included underage drinking and driving. Students encountered scary consequences for being impaired behind the wheel. A Grim Reaper claimed several lives, including those in a Mach 2 car crash. There are positive messages spreading around Harlan County High School. In one of the girls' restrooms.
I remember when I was in high school, it almost felt like a competition with a lot of other girls. Like you had to be prettier than the other girls or nicer than the other girls. Awesome. You were
now
great.
Someone in one of the girls' restrooms, someone or a group of people are putting Post-it notes on the mirror with positive messages for their peers, hoping that in a time when social media is a driving force of how girls feel about themselves, one of these notes can turn their day around.
I remember when I was in high school, it almost felt like a competition with a lot of other girls. Like you had to be prettier than the other girls or nicer than the other girls. And the fact that these girls are saying, you are beautiful the way you are awesome, you are great to each other, and they're encouraging each other instead of belittling one another, that just is very encouraging.
It is not known who is doing this, but Ms. Rich and the administration say thank you. A local program that helped many people find jobs and graduate college will end this summer. Path to Promise is a program that assists SNAP recipients in Perry and Leslie County. It helps people pay for school at Hazard Community and Technical College and helps them find jobs in the area. HCTC received a grant for this program in 2016 for just 3 years. Well, as spring arrives, so does the dreaded allergy season. WIMT's Lauren McCourt talked with physicians about what we can do to possibly prevent those runny noses.
With allergy season upon us, many of us are feeling the effects. But for some people, they do not only experience it in the spring.
Allergy season can be all year round, depending on the person.
Especially if you're spending more time outside.
Outdoor allergies pretty much start as soon as the pollen starts to bloom.
Allergy season is in full swing here in Eastern Kentucky, according to Dr. Molly O'Rourke.
So we're definitely starting it right now.
If you are coughing, sneezing, having a runny nose, or itchy eyes, you most likely have allergies.
In order to actually develop an allergy, you have to have an exposure to that element and over time develop allergies. You're not born with allergies.
But have no fear. It is treatable.
You can use things like over-the-counter medications or prescription medications depending on the person.
This causes the allergy medication sales to increase this time of year.
Our Zyrtec count has went up a lot here in the last couple weeks because of the pollen count being so high.
Though you cannot prevent allergies completely.
If you're going to go outside, you're going to get an allergy flare.
There are still ways to treat it once it starts.
You can use medication to kind of deal with the symptoms.
In Perry County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, Dr. O'Rourke says usually outdoor allergy season lasts until mid-summer. Well, coming up, the Plugged In crew will have the review of a new movie hitting theaters this weekend.
Also, scattered rain chances will be around for the next couple of days. You shouldn't need the umbrella too much until Sunday. I'll have the full forecast coming up in about 3 minutes.